Guys, welcome back to the channel. We've been away for quite a bit. I apologize with the holidays and other things. I've just been busy. I want to get back into some gameplay. We're going to start with college football coach. Start a small series with this. But this is college football coach career edition, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You're going to take a team, and you can take a scrub and make them good, or take a legendary team and continue to make them good. Runs by either default, random, or equal. So default would be the prestiges of the schools would be what they normally are, such as Alabama is going to have a high prestige, Purdue is going to have a very low prestige. You can randomize where every team's going to have a random prestige, which could make Alabama a horrible team and make Purdue a great team, or you can equalize and make teams all start equal. We're going to run default, and we're also going to run a random team, and hopefully we can pick someone semi-decent. That way I don't have to start with a scrub. Before we do, though, real quick, most of the teams are going to have the same name as they do in real life. Some teams don't, but the conferences are named different. The Atlantic, which is ACC, Great Lakes, the Big Ten, Southwest is the Big 12, Pacific is the Pac-12's SEC, and the Southern is the SEC, so on and so forth. And we're going to go ahead and pick a random team here. Looks like we got Oklahoma State. So we actually got a decent team here to start with Oklahoma State. We're very offensive minded. I love to run the spread. I like running cover 2. Looks like we're projected to go 7-5, fourth in the conference. So we're going to start off with an 80.06, 15th ranked offense, and a 74.01, 40th ranked defense. Let's go check out our team, not our standings, our team. Not our roster. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got a decent quarterback. We have a decent running back. He's a senior, though, so we'll have to pick someone up. Very good receiving core. Average tight ends, very good offensive line. Kickers are great. Very good defensive line. Our linebackers are tough. Oh, my goodness. 90, 84, 82. Cornerbacks are tough. Wow. Safeties they're pretty good. All right, we're going to jump right into this. Go ahead and start the season, and we'll start off against Kansas. They're going to run that read option, which means they're probably going to go with the run a lot with the cover 2. We're going to hopefully, with the cover 2, make their men come in close, their linebackers stay close, maybe catch them over the top, and we're going to catch them with that 4-6. So maybe if they're doing a lot of that running, we can catch it. We're going to go ahead and start. And yeah, 27-17 went over Kansas. Looks like we put up 459 passing yards. So Bush went off. He 459 yards, 41 for 63, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. The rushing game was probably non-existent then. Yeah, it was. McCarthy had 41 off 11 carries. Shaw was 8 for 108. Bernard 11 for 151. Bentley 106. My goodness, he had 3 receivers over 100 yards. So spreading the love. Next game is going to be against number 5 Oklahoma. They're going to run a cover 0 on West Coast. We're going to switch this up, go to cover 2. I'm going to stick with the spread because they're just running pure man-to-man. I'm not going to say I can beat them down the field, but I think that maybe we have a shot. And it looks like they're giving up 300 and looks like they gave up 295 yards in their last game. We're going to stick with that and run the spread. And we're actually going to come up with a big win over Oklahoma. Wow. Did not expect that. 298 passing yards, 93 rushing yards in that game. I did not expect to win over Oklahoma. Out of conference against Cincinnati for the next. They're going to run a 4-6 bear, which means they're going to run their line. They're pretty much playing for the run. That West Coast, we're going to stay with cover 2. We're actually not going to change our game plan for this week. We're going to go with the same game plan and dominate 34-9. 34-9. 476 passing yards. So through 3 games, we are 3-0. I think we were projected to go 7-5. Next game is going to be against Texas. This is going to be another tough one. I'm confident in our ability, though. They're going to run the West Coast, so we're going to stay in the cover 2. Looks like they're also going to run the cover 2. I'm confident in my ability to throw over any team with my wide receivers and my my big tight ends. So we're gonna actually keep the spread. Hopefully we can throw over, and we're going to 24-10 over Texas. And it looks like Waco's the next team. I'm not sure what team that's supposed to mimic, but that's the team we'll have. Looks like 300 passing yards, 2 turnovers. So they're gonna run a 4-6 bear, which means we should throw right over them with the pro style offense. We're gonna run a 4-3 man and cover them on a basic man-to-man. We're gonna win that game 41-35. That actually almost became a scare of a game. Just like all those injuries over there is almost a scare. Oh my lord. Yeah, we threw 422 yards. Okay. We'll go ahead and get one more game in here. Texas IT. They're running cover 2 in pro style. We're going to switch back up to that cover 2. I'm going to go. Maybe I catch these guys off guard. Read option. No, we're missing running back. Most of our defense is hurt. We'll run some run pass option. Play week 6. We're actually going to take a loss to Texas IT, 29-23, with all them injuries, kind of expected. But we're going to be 5-1, projected to go 7-5, and we're going to start the season 5-1. Go ahead and go look at these stats over here. Our strength of wins is second. We're averaging 11th in yards. We're averaging 14th in points, so we've got a pretty decent offense. Not playing great, but we're playing good. Let's go check out the team not the team stats, but individual stats. Our quarterback looks like he's got 1,800 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions through 6 games. Our running game is average. Ernest Shaw with 54 receptions for 612 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bernard with 659 with 3 touchdowns, and Marco Bentley with 4 touchdowns off of 398 yards. Our defense is rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sacks. Only 2 picks. Looks like we forced about 6 fumbles. And our kicker is on point. Alright, let's get back into this and finish out this season then, shall we? Next game, we're going to play at Kansas State. They got a pro style with a cover 0. So we're going to go back over their head, keeping the cover 2. Hopefully come out with a win here. And we will come out with a dominant win, 35-17. Oh my gosh, out of conference game against number 1 South Bend. I'm pretty sure South Bend is going to be Notre Dame. That's going to be a tough game. We only had 2 turnovers in that game. How did we do on... Oh, we had 5 turnovers. How the hell did we throw 5 turnovers? 3 picks? God, Bush is turnover happy. I mean, we're winning though, so might as well take it for what it is. They're going to run a cover 3. So we definitely don't want to go over the top on this defense. We're going to stay in the cover 2, but I think maybe we're going to catch them off guard and maybe try to run this ball down their throat. And it's not going to work. They're going to decimate us 35-17. Next game is going to be Army. They're running the cover 3 as well. We're going to stay with that smash mouth offense. Hopefully get something going with that run. And while we're going to blank them 38-0. And that worked out great, as we would have 315 rushing yards. And it looks like McCarthy would have 153 yards. Cox would have 140. So both those guys would have 2 touchdowns. My goodness, that run game worked great against them. West Virginia is going to be another conference game. They're going to be a 6-3 team. And they're going to run a smash mouth offense and a cover 3 defense. So we're going to stick with the run. Hopefully do what we did. Try to cover the gaps. And we're going to go and hopefully take these guys out. And we are going to beat them 27-7. Wow. We only had 57 passing yards, but 332 rushing yards on that team. That's great. All right, next game is going to be a conference game. It's going to be in Oklahoma State against Fort Worth. 6-4. Looks like they run a read option of 4-3 man. So we'll keep the 4-6 bear because it seems to be shutting teams down. We're going to go back to the spread. Hopefully catch these guys off guard. And we will 38-10 over Fort Worth. So we were projected to go 7-5, and we're already 9-2, which means the worst we can finish is 9-3. We actually could play for conference, I do believe. Let's go check out our conference real quick. We're ranked number 6. I don't know how to check that. I think you go to standings. Penn State's 10-1. South Carolina Tech is 11-0 in the Atlantic Conference. I feel like that's Clemson. Yeah, that's got to be Clemson. What conference do we even play in? Is it bad that I don't know? What are we in the mountain? Sorry, I really don't know, guys. I apologize. Alabama's number. That's not a surprise there. Okay, it looks like we're in the Southwest Conference. That's right. And it looks like we are standing with 9-2, 7-1 in conference play, and we're first in our conference. I think our actual only loss, one of our only losses, actually came to Oklahoma. No, it didn't. We beat Oklahoma the second game of the season. We lost to ranked number 64 in overtime, and they got decimated by what I would say is Notre Dame. Okay, so we're going to be 9-2, wrap up this last game. We're going to run a cover 2 with the read option, so we're going to go that 4-6 bear. We're going to throw the spread again, and hopefully come off with a 10-2 win. And we're going to beat them 38-23. And it looks like we're going to have Oklahoma in our conference championship game. And we're going to play this out. We got invited to the Mandarin Bowl. It sounds... Oh, Lord. So here you got Offensive Player of the Year. Looks like it's going to be Tim Bean. 23 touchdowns, 2,000 rushing yards. Oh, my gosh. We weren't even nominated to go to that. Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to West Virginia. 131 tackles, 5 sacks, and a forced fumble. And not even nominated in that. Freshman of the Year. Michigan's going to take that with their freshman 53 tackles, 4 sacks, and wowzers. What would they got? Head Coach of the Year. I feel like I should have been Head Coach of the Year. Just kidding. Alabama's head coach got Head Coach of the Year. We weren't even thought of in that. That sucks. We were projected to go 7-5. Went to a conference championship game. Wow. Let's go look at the conference. Who got the Southwest Conference? Okay, we were thought of. We actually got quite a few members in that conference team. Oh my goodness. We got a bunch of our offensive starters on that conference in that All-American team. Did we get anybody in the All-American team? No, we didn't. Did we get anybody in the All-American freshman team? Yes, we did. Freddie Adkins with 16 tackles, 4 sacks, and 1 fumble. And it looks like that's all we got there. So we'll wrap up. We're going to go play. We're ranked 6 still. We're going to go play number 9 Boise. They're 11-2. They're going to play a pro style on cover 2. So hopefully we can play the cover 2 with the spread. Beat them in this bowl game. And we're going to dominate them in this bowl game. 44-14. Wow. And that will conclude season 1. So we got some suspensions. Alabama's going to defeat Penn State to win the national championship game. Season summary. We were supposed to go 7-5, ranked 21. We met or exceeded, so we gained 3 prestige points. Discipline score was 69. So we'll go from 75 to 78. And we have 5 years left of our current contract. We got 3 job offers to go coach for New Mexico, Texas State, and Tulsa. We'll decline those. Defensive coordinators. We can hire a new coordinator. Ooh, I like this dude down here. We got a 60. We're actually going to go with Hugh Mitchell. And no transfers in, but we did lose our kicker. He transferred to Utah State and recruit. My God, we lost a lot of players. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. The start of the next video, we'll go ahead and go through this recruitment. But I think that's all we're going to do for this video. Anyways, it's been your boy LTS Dirty Money signing off. Salute.